Well, it's not late, but we're dark, and I just want to come on and talk about this subject, and I don't want nobody to get the wrong idea, but I'm waiting till some more come on. I'm gonna wait till some more come on. I want y'all to come on because I want some interaction on this right here. So I'm just gonna wait till some come in, and because I really think that this is something that a lot of parents is facing. Good parents, good parents, and it's a touching subject. It's a touching subject to especially us mothers, and and I see it, and it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Now, I don't want nobody to get the wrong impression. Me and my children are doing good. We're on good terms. My daughter, my daughter children, you know, and I'm just talking about, you know, from things that I see how you can put your mama out, the one that brought you in the world, and she did all she can for you. I'm just saying she didn't have to have you, but she allowed you to be here, and she went out her way. I could say this because see, I've been there. I've been there, and I know how it feels for your child to go against you or your children to go against you. You know what you face with grandchildren and stuff like that outside, and it's a hurt thing. I mean, when I seen the lady video, and I seen how you could tell that it hurts her. This thing hurts her, and I could feel her pain. I could feel, because I'm a mother myself, and I have grown children myself, and I see that stuff like that is no joke. It hurts. It hurts, and it hurts you to see that somebody can just put their mama out like that. I don't care what me and my mama went through. I don't care what I went through in life. I would never disgrace her. I would never disgrace my daddy. I would never disgrace my mama. Because you know why? One, for them, I wouldn't be here. A lot of times, yes, we go through a lot. We go through a lot of stuff, being in the world, yes. A lot of people done been through some stuff. You don't, and not one time they ever sit back and think, say, well, I know my mom probably went through some stuff herself, and coming up in her life, or my dad went through some stuff coming up in his life. Show me, I just want to say, show me a perfect parent. I just want somebody to just show me one. Show me a perfect parent on this earth. Show me one. I just want somebody to show me one. All one saying, "Oh, my mama did this to me. Oh, she whooped me. She mistreated. She was hard on me." Okay, but you ain't dead. Look where you at today. Her hardness got you where you at today. People, I just don't understand. I just don't understand how you can disgrace your parents like that. And the Bible speaks of it. He said, honor thy mother and thy father, that their days will be longer upon the land. People is skipping all over this. People are not believing in what God's word said. When you get on your feet, you get money, then you act like it's about you. How you doing? I mean, don't you know, just because you get on your feet and you get somewhere, God can still script you down for how you disrespect your parents, how you treat your mother, how you treat your father. You will come down, you will lose. It ain't because of what you're doing. God will fix it away, you will lose it. He'll fix it for you to come down. He'll show you disrespecting your parents. You don't know. Your mother went through when your daddy wasn't there. When daddy walked out and left. When daddy had a bunch of children somewhere else. When daddy doing this and that, mama still was there. And I ain't bashing the daddies. Cause you got some mamas doing the same thing. And daddy was there to take care of the children and mama went on by her business. It go both ways. But it still don't give you the right. It still doesn't give you the right to disgrace your mother and your daddy. It don't give you the right to do that. How you doing? You ought to want blessings, not curses. You ought to want blessings, not curses. You out here disgracing somebody that brought you in the world. Brought you in the world and you talking about them like they ain't nothing. God still honors that mother and that father. I don't care how you put it. I don't care how you release it. If you ain't got no respect for your parents, God is going to get you. It's going, and I'm going to tell you something. And you got children coming up. If you got children coming up, and you can sit here and cuss your mom out, and you can say all kind of matters of things to her, and you can talk evil to her, baby, you got some children coming up. And God going to put it in them children's soul that you ain't going to be able to take it. You ain't going to be able to handle what them children going to give you. But you going to have to accept it, though. Because I'm going to tell you something. For prime example, how you doing? My son went through the same thing with his children. And I could talk about this because it went on for years. And I told my son not to mess with this individual. But he did anyway. He disobeyed what I said. I said, son, let me tell you something. Cause just because it look good on the outside, that don't mean it's good for you. You got some people got some evil spirits in them, some evil nasty spirits in them. And baby, they'll take you for a run. And I told my son, I could talk about this because I experienced it. My son got with a girl, and she was older. She was an older girl. And I told my son, I said, son, that's too much for you. He just graduated from high school. Just graduated. And, you know, a lot of time older people have the advantage of a younger person. They kind of like pull them up under their wings and, you know, they open up their nose a little bit. And they show them things that they haven't experienced before. So that's what he was going through. He was going through something that he never had experienced before by him getting out of school. And I could talk about this because, see, I had to help him through this. Here. And this went on for years, and I had to pray and I had to ask God to keep him in a position where he won't get himself in no trouble. That he, you know, and nobody hurt him or nothing like that there, because see the things that she was doing and stuff, and he had three children from her. Three from her. And you know, she used to love to be around me and stuff and do this and that. And then, you know, one day she just got with other people. She got mad because, you know, her and my son went to going through it. You know, I still loved her because, you know why? That's what my son wanted. That's what he wanted. But from the beginning, I told him right in front of her. I said, she got too much experience over you, and you don't need to be with her. I told her to her face. She was like, why you say that? Why would you tell? I said, because you has too much experience on her. She already had 2 children. And I said, you already got 2 children and you ain't raising them. I bet your mama keeping them. Yeah. Okay, so I already knew where this was going. So my son, he told me, Mama, I like older women. I like, you know, a little older than me. You know, I said, okay. I said, but baby, you going to wish you had never mess with that girl. You going to wish you had never went that way. But I'm gonna tell you this, son, God took care of him. And I hate the things she was so nasty. She tried to get him jump, men to jump him, and all kind of. The girl did so much evil stuff. And I just said, son, I'm gonna keep you in prayer. I'm gonna keep her in prayer. Cause you know, then me and her had it out. She was me and her in a fight. I didn't want to fight her, but I'm gonna protect me. Me and her went and got into it. She, she had children from the son. She kept the children away. She had the children calling my son, cussing him out, and all kind of stuff. Just evil, just evil. So you got to be careful about who you get hooked up with, who you're having children from, and it was crazy. It was crazy. And me and her, she just battled with me and battled with me, and I said, Lord, I'm gonna put this in your hand because see, I love my grandchildren. I love my grandchildren, and I said, Lord, I hope you keep her and help her, Lord. Just help her because her mind was bad, she was evil. And I still love her today, even though something happened, happened to her. She gone now today, but I still have no hard feelings against her. But he catching hell still with the one that he had from her. But hey, God is able to take care of that. He able to take care of them though. They coming around. They coming around. What woman? But you know what? It's crazy. That's why you got to be careful who you get hooked up with. Be careful who you get hooked up with nowadays. Check the background and see what kind of mind frame they in before you start having churn. Like I told my son, baby, be careful who you get hooked up with. Because I had to learn it. I had to learn it. My children, my first three children, I had to raise them by myself because of the dads didn't want to do what they need to do. That's why I'm just saying, be careful who you have your children from, because sometimes I'm telling y'all, men, and it's just real. You got to be careful who you have your children from. You could be having them from the devil. You could be having your children from the devil. I'm trying to tell you because you got some out there set you up and all kind of stuff. You got to be careful who you having your children from. Want to turn you against your parent, and it just hurt me to my heart. It hurt me to my heart to see that the mother, you hurting your mother, how you talk to your mother. Any woman, I'm gonna say this, men, and I want y'all to understand this. If you with any woman that can sit there and cuss her mother out and talk to her mother all kind of ways and disrespect her mama, she gonna do the same for yours. She ain't gonna care nothing about yours, and she don't care nothing about hers. Because if a woman can sit there and disrespect her mama, she gonna disrespect yours too. And if a man sit there and he let a woman disrespect his mama like that, he just as worse as she is. And that's real. How you gonna disrespect somebody that brought you in the world with God's help, with your daddy help? How you gonna sit there and let a woman talk about, hey, you know what? If my mom would have been here today, ain't no way I let nobody mistreat my mama or talk to my mama any kind of way or disrespect her, even cuss in front of my mama. That's the kind of person I am. You ain't gonna disrespect my mama. Not my mama. I ain't letting nobody disrespect my daddy. Look, them my parents. At the end of the day, I ain't gonna say everything was good with them, but you're not finna disrespect them because I didn't disrespect them. Because I looked at, you know what the words say, honor. Honor thy mother and father, that days will be long upon the land. So I'm going to honor them regardless of what type of parent they was. I'm going to honor my mother and my father. I'm going to honor them. And they gone right now today, but I'm still going to honor them. I lost my mom at 17 years old. I was 17. But you know what? If I had a chance, a second chance for my mom to be here, I would show her so much love. I probably would hug her so much I would never let her go. I would do for my mom. You can never pay your mama back for what she do for you. You got mothers that done suffer. You got mothers that did things to feed their children. They fed you before they fed themselves. I was that type. I made sure my children ate. I made sure my children had a place to stay, a roof over their head, and a plate on the table with God's help. I said, Lord, help me where I'm able to help take care of my family. Everything wasn't peaches and creams with me, but I did what I had to do as a mother. I didn't neglect my children. I didn't mistreat them. I took care of them. I kept a roof over their head. They had, like the lady said, that's why I know how she feel. I mean, I can relate to her. I can relate to her. I know how she feel when you done did all you can do to take care of your children and they turn around and do you like that. Public, nationwide. Talk to you, talk about you like you ain't nothing. But baby, you got a day coming. You better hope that you get that right. You better hope that you get that. I'm hoping she go get it right with her mama. I'm hoping she get it right with her mama, y'all. I really do. I really hope that she can get that straightened out and stop being star-hearted, letting the devil fool her. That she can talk about her mama like that. God knows I hope she can get that. I'm scared for the sister. I'm so scared for her. I'm scared for her. I feel sorry for her. I feel so sorry for her. For you to get on nationwide to talk about your mama like that. Come on. Come on now. You got a lot of nerves. I mean it's to me like if you just sold out to the devil. That's all I can that's all I can picture. For you to disgrace your mama like that and in front of the whole world, you can call her all kind of names. You can I mean somebody that was there for you. I can say this because see I kinda knew the family. I knew her daddy. And I knew the type of life that he lived. But I would never talk about my daddy like that. I would never talk about my mama like that. I don't care. You know, we all got a past. She got a past. She doing stuff in front of her children ain't right. What that make your children look at you? How that make your children looking at you that you disgracing your mama like that? That you talking about your mama like that? You low rating your mama like that? What that make your children look at? How they make that look at you like that? How you think that make you look? That don't make you look good. That don't make you look good talking about your mama like that. Come on. That's some hurtful stuff. Any man be with a woman that got a filthy mouth like that, something wrong with him. Something is wrong with him. It's no way that I can allow anybody be. I wouldn't even want to be with. If I seen a man disrespect his mom, that you know, like it's coming up. You know, I seen things, and even with with my husband, and I used to always tell him, call your mom, talk to your mom, regardless of what relationship you had. Men that call your mom, check on your mom, see how your mom doing. You know, go check on your mama, go see your mama. Even so, what you had a disagreement? So what? That's still mama. So what you had a disagreement? Like she said, and it hurt me because I know how she feel because I can relate to what she is saying. Baby, when mama gone, you don't get another one. You don't get another one. I lost mine at 17. And it's days that I wish that I could talk with her. It's days that I wish that I can see her and have a conversation with her along the way, but I can't because at the age of 17 that she left here. She left here I was 17 years old. But you don't get another one. And ain't nobody gonna treat you like mama. I don't care who you is. People always think, oh, she want what I got, or I'm not giving her this, and she gave you everything that she had. Mama took care of you. Mama gave you everything. I'm talking about a real mama. I'm talking about somebody that loved their children and been there for them and took care of them, made sure they had a roof over their head. Them the ones I'm talking about. And then if you do have a mama that didn't raise you, at least she had enough sense to give you to somebody that will take care of you if she wasn't able to do it. She loved you that much to give you to somebody else. I'm talking about them mamas there that really loved their children. But you got people that just low rate them so bad. So bad. It just hurt me. It hurt me. It really does. It really hurts me to see people so disrespectful. It really hurt. It bothers me. It it aggravates my spirit to see that. I mean, what do you think you're gonna get out of that? You only gonna reap what you sow. That's all you gonna get out of is what you dish out. That's what's gonna come back. But you're gonna get it worse. So you're not gonna be able to accept what you throw out there. You're not gonna be able to accept it back. I hear cussing your mama out, fighting your mama, hitting her, all kind. Lord, I hope mine don't never try it. I hope mine don't never try it. I really do. You may say whatever you want to say. Like she said, say it distant. But I hope you never get in my face and say it. I hope my fault that I have never disrespect me. Because I'm going to be like Marvin Gaye daddy. I brought you here. And I'll take you out. And plus me, I'm packing. I love my children, but one thing you would not do, you would not disrespect me. Not in my face. Not when I had to do with that. And I had to stay up nights with you, go to the hospital with you, go to the school, make sure you go to school, buy your school clothes, feed you, cook for you, bathe you, wipe your rump, did your hair, then I had to do everything, bathe, all this kind of stuff. And you think I'm going to sit there and let you talk to me any kind of way? The devil is a lie. You can talk off distance, and you can talk where I can't even get to you. You can do that. You can do that. But just don't do it in my face. Just don't do it in my face. I promise you that. Don't do it in my face. Don't do it. I promise you that. Because I'm always asking the Lord to give me strength. Keep me with my strength. Where I'm able to do for myself. And these days and time, you don't want to depend on your children. These days and time, I see how a lot of people children treating their mama. I won't want to depend on them. Just carry me to the nursing home. You don't want to depend on. You can say it's crazy lies all you want to, but it's the truth. Nowadays, you don't want your children to take care of you. But I thank God I got some good children. I got some good children. They might not be good to nobody else, but they good to me. And you can call it crazy lies, and you can call it whatever you want to call it. But these days of time, the way I see a lot of people, the way I see a lot of them treating their mamas and daddy, I wouldn't want them to keep me. And that's real. But you're going to reap what you sow. And you can believe that. You can put your mouth on that. And that's real. You think if people think they ain't going to reap nothing back, baby, it's sitting right there, right by you, waiting on you. Soon as you get up, karma there. Karma's sitting right there waiting on you. How you treat somebody, I keep telling you, boy, people better learn how to treat people. You better learn how to treat people. You better stop being so nasty and evil. Letting evil take over you. You better stop letting it happen because, boys, you're going to have a day that you're going to reap all that stuff back. That's good. And that's good. I have some great songs. See, that's real good. That's what I'm talking about. They love you and they appreciated what you did for them as you come and bringing them up. That's what I'm saying. Hey, and that's what I love about it. I'm gonna tell you some parents, but the thing about it, we always want our children to respect us, but we have to respect them as well. Just because you that parent, you still have to respect that child. Give them respect. Cause one time I see my little cousin, how she was cussing her daughter out. The little girl wasn't no more than she wasn't no more than about 8 or 9 years old, calling her some terrible names. I say, hey, why is you calling her those names that she knows nothing about? The W word, calling out her name. I know that's right. Mine ain't gonna let me go neither though. I got my two girls, baby. Trust me, they love their mama. They love their mama. They'll call me all day. But I'm just saying, that you gotta you gotta respect your children as well. And I really believe that hey, you have to respect your children as well. Cause you have to give respect to get respect. Just because that's just like me. Just because I have children, that don't mean that I disrespect them. I'm not gonna disrespect them because you know why? I have to treat them the way I want to be treated. Just because I'm the mama and I don't take that and use that as my authority, feel like that I can treat them in a kind of way or I could talk to them in a kind of way just because I'm their mama. No, I treat them with respect because you know why? I keep us in a position where that they still gonna respect me because I respect them, and I look for the same thing back. Now that they're older and they have children on their own, look, I show my grandchildren I respect them, and I want them to respect me because you got to know how to treat one another. You got to know how to respect one another, and that's good. Like this lady said, a man said, yeah, Kelly Lewis. Yeah, she said, look, I would never go into a home. They said good, and I feel the same way too. I hope I don't never go in one. I got some good daughters, good son. I ain't saying what my son got. I don't trust their women. We are so blessed. I told them, watch out for me. Never allow exactly. I don't want no dementia neither. Yes. Uh-huh. That's wonderful. But I'm just, you got some children that really respect their parents. But a lot of people that I see, because like I said, money can mess some people's up. Money can control people. But I don't care if I had $1 million. Let me tell you something. I be listening at my daughter, and she a content creator, but I know she mean good, and I know she do. But she always tell me, Mama, even when I start making more money, instead of her saying she gonna go buy her a house, she always say, Mama, I'm gonna do this for you, and I'm gonna do that for you. I'm gonna buy you this, and I'm gonna buy you that, and I tell her, I say, baby, buy for your children. Get yourself, buy your big old house. Do that. It's not like that. She don't never leave me out. She always saying, Mom, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that for you. I said, baby, do it for your family first. And I love that because you know why? She don't forget me. They don't forget my children. They don't forget me. Cause you know why I tell them? I say, you only get one. You only get one. And I don't push my children. I love on them when I kiss on them. They be like, Mom, you said just because you grown, that still don't mean that you ain't my baby. I had you. I love you. I'ma show. I'ma show. And see, and that's why I tell my sons. See, a lot of time, when they have women like that, them women get jealous of that relationship, and that's what I had. Like now, I love my oldest son, but I don't visit like I used to because his female. I don't come between them or nothing like that. I don't tell him that bad. But I let them learn on their own. But I backs up, and and like I tell my girls, look, be with somebody gonna love you, gonna treat you right. If a man treating his mama right, he gonna treat you right. He gonna treat you good. I say you watch a man how he treat his mama, and you will know how he gonna treat you. They don't get that as you get older. You just want to take care of themselves and less. Exactly. And I tell them, I'm good. I just want to see them be success and exceed in what they're doing. You know, and she always hollering about what she want to do. I say, yes, baby, I know. I thank you so much, but you got a family too. And I'm glad that she don't leave me out because I still know that I did something good. You know, she didn't let what she's making get in her way of being nasty and evil. Let pride step in there. That I, if I give her some, you don't talk about what you give your mama. You can never pay your mama back. You can never pay her back. You can never pay her back. I don't care if you get 30, 40, 50 years old, you can never pay her back. What person in their right mind go and talk about what they give their mama? If my mama was here and I had it, baby, I'd pay my mama rent. I'd do whatever it take for me to show love towards that's my mama. That's my mama. That's my daddy. My daddy was here. I did what I needed to do. You want to be blessed by God. You want God to bless you. When you do right by your parents, that's where your blessing come in. And he said when your parents get older, then you step in and you supposed to help take care of your parents. You supposed to show that love and take care of your parents. Some make it big. They don't even care about their parents. So what? Oh, my daddy wasn't there to take care of me. My daddy didn't love me. He ain't never come around me. He disowned me. He this and that. And now, he coming around. Now he want to come around because I done made something out of myself, yo. And that don't mean you got to treat him the way he treated you. And right now, I tell my children, look, don't treat your daddy the way he treated you. I tell my son, don't treat your daddy like that. I say you respect him. Cause God gonna pay you for how you treat him, not how he treats you. I say, yeah, he might not have been there. He lied to you. He did a lot of. He did come through for you, but at the same time, you show him different. Say, you tell him, Daddy, I love you, and I ain't gonna treat you the way you did me, and I ain't throwing it in your face, but I'm here for you. I'm here for you. My daddy wasn't always was there for me. I mean, as taking care of me wise, cause my mom boyfriend is my daddy, and he's still a daddy. But I respected my daddy, and he helped raise me, and I still respected my daddy. I loved my daddy when he was here, and I did for my daddy when he was here. I was able to be around my daddy more when I learned who my daddy was. But I knew who my stepdaddy was before I knew who my daddy was. But guess what? That didn't make me mistreat him. I had fun with my daddy. My daddy was, he was like, what made me love him even more because he had so much time for my sons. My daddy helped me raise my sons. He was there. He was more in their life. He might not have been like that for me, but he did it for my children. My children had a bond with my daddy. They loved him. They loved it. Their grandpa. He loved his grandchildren, and I didn't take that away from him. I didn't take that away because you know what? What he couldn't do for me, he did it for my children. He built a bond with my boys. He built a bond with my children, all my children right now today. They loved their granddaddy. They had a bond with their granddaddy. I didn't take that away from him. I still loved my dad, even though and half the time he had to come and stay with me. My daddy had to come and stay with me sometimes. But you know what? I still loved him. And guess what? My stepdaddy, he didn't get jealous and that. He was like, look, that's your daddy. But he still was my daddy. You know, to me, he was like my daddy still because you know why? He raised me. And he's still here today. And when he need me, I go and see about him. I go and check on him. I go do things for him. He called me. If he asked me to do something for him, I still do it for him. Even though he married to somebody, my mom been gone. But guess what? I still respect him as my daddy because he raised me. Just because a person ain't your biological daddy or mother, they had enough love for you to raise you. You still ought to be able to respect that individual. And today I still respect him. I respect him. When he called me and say, can you do this and that? I do it. Because you know why? He made sure we had food on the table. He did what he was supposed to. He showed us how to work. He showed us how to have things. He showed me what I need to do as taking care of home. And, you know, he showed us these things. He showed us you got to work hard for what you want. And I don't take that away from him because with him, I learned that I need to keep me a job. I need to work. I live with my son and my daughter-in-law and 2 grandchildren. My mom raised me to be the best grandmama, and that's what I'm doing. Do honor my mom. Amen. Amen. And when you have a good daughter-in-law and y'all got a good understanding, that's real good. That's real good. When daughter-in-law can treat you like you her mother, and that's why I tell my daughters, you know, I said you could tell a good man. You watch that man, if his mother's still living, watch how he treat his mother. Amen. That's good. That's good. And that's why I tell him, I say, when you see a man how he treat his mother, then you know how he gonna treat you. If you see somebody abusive and they talk to their parents in the kind of way, I don't want to be in that relationship. But that's why I tell my daughters, watch the man how he treat his mother. Then you know how he gonna treat you. If he disrespecting his mama, he gonna disrespect you. Because that's the woman, that's his first love. His first love is his mother. That's who showed him how to love, is his mother. So if you ain't got no respect, for your mother, you ain't gonna have no respect for your wife or your whoever you in a relationship with. You're not gonna know how to treat her. Your mother is the one that trained you how to treat how you should treat a woman. Your mother is that first love. She showed you what love is. I mean, love like loving a person, how to treat a person. But your daddy is the one that shows you how to be a man, how to treat that woman. Now, if you see your daddy being abusive, and he cussing the woman out, he talks to her in the kind of way, he don't know how to, he ain't got no love. Ain't nobody taught him how to love nobody. Thank you. Bless you too. He don't have it in him. He don't know how to treat nobody because nobody taught him. Sometimes you have some men grow up in a bad position where they didn't have anyone to show them how to love. But then if you get with someone, if you get with a girl that know how to love you, then you need to allow her to love you and not be rejecting, and then you be so you be on a defense mode. I have seen men do that. They be on a defense mode, and they don't know how to accept love because they really don't know what love is. I'm from the United States, from Florida. And when you see a man that don't know how to love, you got some on your hands, because he got a big old brick wall up there that you cannot even come across. And guess what? He don't know how to love nobody. And it's the same with a woman. If she's never been taught how to love and all she's seen was bad stuff, but you know what? You know what? I'm gonna change that, because sometimes things was hard for me at times. You never trust a woman again. Why? I'm from Georgia, but I've lived in New Orleans. I had an older woman. Oh, you was in the wrong place. That's why you gotta check the background. How you doing, Mona? How you doing? Good to see you. Hey, did you check her background out before you got with her? Did did you get to know her first before you started getting that deep with her? You can't say all women are evil. You can't put everybody in the same boat. I'm 28 years. I'm 28, and she was too old. Well, it's just what you pick. You can't put everybody in the same boat. Everybody is not the same. And see, I don't believe in that stuff. I don't mess. Yeah, people are evil by nature. Yeah, that's right. That's if you choose to be like that. hmm But you can't say all women are like that. You can't. You just got a bad apple. That's all that was. You just got the wrong one. And see, a lot of times, this is what we do. We just get involved with people, and then we don't even check. We don't check nothing out about them. 24 at the time, and she was 55. Okay, that was too old for you right there. She had a lot of experience over you. She knew you were just like a baby. You were just like a baby. That's just like my son. He was just getting out of high school. He just turned 18, and he was messing with this girl. She was like 20, 24, 23, something like that. It says, okay, 55. And she did me dirty, man, because I ain't want to be with her. Oh, mm. There's I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. Well, you got to be careful. See, that's why I'm saying, see, young people getting with the older people and they have the advantage of them. So you got to be careful. You kind of like want to stay in your own range. See, I once was there, and I know what it's like. You think No, baby, I'm not laughing at you. I'm not laughing at you because that's nothing to laugh about. I'm not laughing at you at all, and I don't even think that's cool that people get with young people like that and take advantage of. That's what I'm trying to tell you. My son was in that situation, and he got with an older woman. The girl was way older than him, and took the advantage of him because yes, he was young, and that's why I say you have to be real careful as being young, messing with older people like that. That's too much experience over you. That's too much. And that's what I told my son. You have to be careful. And she probably did. I don't know, cause she had him hooked. She had him hooked. So he was doing some things that I thought that he wouldn't be doing with her. And she was an older. That's why I'm just saying. A lot of times, older people have advantage of you, and and they get with these young people because they it's mind controlling. You might have thought she had, which she just had mind controlling over you. That's why you got to be careful and don't be so quick to want to move in with a person. You know what I'm saying? I live in New Orleans. It's heavy up here. Yeah, I know. That's why you have to be real careful who you mingle with. Be careful. Ask God to lead you and guide you. Sometimes we got to learn how to consult God on stuff. Before you be so quick to get involved with somebody. Check them out first. Look them up. Watch them. I mean, like, watch how they move and stuff like that. Don't be so quick to want to, like, move in with them so fast. Just date them for a while, but don't live with them. You say I don't believe in God, so I don't know what to do. You ought to want to believe in God, because you know why? Look, you still in that relationship. He took care of you. He brought you out of it. You seen what she did to you. He kept you. You could have been all messed up, but God, He took care of you. So don't, when you breathe, you don't believe in Him, but you're breathing every day. You breathing the breath of life every day. Every day He open your eyes. That's God. You ain't doing it on your own. You're not living on your own. It's God. That's God's breath that we breathe. That's His. Bad stuff happened to me when I stopped messing. A lot of bad stuff start happening to you when you stop messing around with her. For real? Wow. I hate to hear that. But you got to trust in God, because you don't believe. You got to believe what you believe in then. I know you serious. I'm serious too, so I'm asking you a question. What do you believe in now? I know you saying she too old, but you can't tell. But this is the thing. People gonna be people. That's why I'm saying, everybody, you gotta be careful who you get mangled up with. Because, everybody ain't good people. That's what I'm trying to explain to you now. Everybody that you get mangled up with ain't good for you. It doesn't matter because they're an older person. Sometimes them be the worst as one. So you have to be careful about who you get tied up with. It doesn't, and a lot of people come out there, they want them a cougar. Be careful about what you say, because you know that cougar gonna show you something. They ain't like them young women. And yes, they got a lot of experience on you. So, what? Oh, but I all I told her is that I don't want to be with her. Oh, and she got mad. Well, you must have been putting it on when you was with him. But she probably thinking you probably want to go and be with a younger woman that was younger than her. And she probably felt like that she was putting her time in with you, and now you want to leave her and get you a younger person. That's why you got to be careful going messing with the older people, because you can't just say, "Oh, I don't want to be with you no more." You know, you got to be careful with that. She probably was thinking you wanted to be with a younger girl because you was young, and you know she was getting old, and she probably felt like she was, you know, like she is getting too old for you, and now you want to move on to something younger. But it understanding that it was just going to be. Oh, see, suddenly she wanted me to. So you moved in with her. That's what you messed up on. You shouldn't have, see what you did. You were just making it. You thought that it was gonna be like a sex thing, but what y'all did, y'all done had. You did soul ties with her, and that's why it was like it was. You done did soul ties with this lady. So what y'all did, you done she done caught feelings for you. Cause anytime, that's why people have to be real careful about who they laying down with, who they messing with. Because you know why? You doing soul ties. When you're having sex with a person and you just want to have sex, and you doing soul ties with these people. And then guess what? All them spirits that's in that individual that they done had, you dealing with them. But I just had moved to was okay, see, you met her at the club. That's, you know what I learned. That's the worst place to meet somebody, at the club. That is the worst place to meet somebody. You gotta be careful with. It don't matter if you met her at the at the ballpark. You got to still got to check them out. You got to check them out. You got to check the background and check them out before you get involved with them like that. And she knew you was young. Do you know how many young more men she probably did like that? And you was a ball player too. You was young, or she, you know, you gotta, y'all young people gotta be careful getting tied up with these older women and stuff. Cause you know why? She don't put her all in all in you, and she felt like, oh, now he wanna go get him somebody young because I'm getting older now, and he tired of messing with this older woman. So now he finna go and find him something. So yeah, yeah, she was gonna try to tie you down, cause you was doing something that she wasn't getting nowhere else. That's why. So you have to be careful. She want me to go. See, I can't leave her. She won't let me go. I got another girlfriend now, and I still can't. I still keep in contact with her. That's on you. You gotta let her go. You can't have this other woman, and then you still trying to stay involved with her. That's just a mind thing. When you cut a person off, you cut them off. Let it go. When you done with that situation, you done with it. That's just like if you eating something that you don't like. So when you say you done with it, you done with it. If it's something you don't like, you don't eat it no more, right? Oh, this nasty. I don't want this. So it's the same way with her. When you done, you done. It don't matter if she call herself throwing roots. You just gotta stay from around her. Stay from around her, and stop accepting anything that she's giving you. Stop accepting her phone calls. Stop going where she at, and whatever that is, what she got on you at a bite five. So you just got to learn how to say no. If you got a girlfriend, don't keep going around her, because she could put something on you, and it can hurt your girlfriend. Or, you know, she done passed by me and my girlfriend house away. I don't pick up the phone. She's crazy. I'm kind of scared. What you scared of? Ain't you a man? Don't be scared of her. Well, what you need to do, you need to go to the police station and say, look, somebody is threatening me, and you get you a restraining order. So then, if anything happens, you know, I ain't telling you to do nothing wrong or nothing like that, but you have to protect yourself. So you know, you have nowadays you have to protect yourself. But you can't keep on being involved with her like that if you gotta. But you putting your girlfriend in danger. Oh, what she really can do? Mm. Well, why would you go get a girlfriend and get her involved in what you got going on? See, that's why she messing with you like that, because now I just like I said, by she's older, and now that you done left her for another girl, that's what it is. That's why she's doing it. Yeah, I know that. But but you still putting her in danger though. You still putting her in danger by you know, you still dealing with that. I won't want to be with nobody if I'm still going through all that there, because you putting her in danger. You know, with this person, and if she got a mindset like that, and she come around the house, she come around your girlfriend, and she doing all these things, you don't know what she's capable of doing. You saying that you scared of her, so I would be careful about me trying to be with somebody else right now, and you still, you know, corresponding with her. And see, a lot of people don't realize when you're doing stuff like that, you putting the next person in danger, and that's not cool, you know. So you have to look out for the other person too. I don't know how she keep tabs on me. Maybe she got your tracking your phone. She might be tracking your phone or something. Make sure your location not on your phone. Yeah, maybe she's tracking you. She's following you. She know where you stay. She probably following your whereabouts. She probably ain't got. She probably what, retired, and she ain't got nothing to do. So she probably, you know, following you. And you don't see, you done did all these things with her, and now that you don't want to do it no more with her, so now that's mentally bothering her. So you done show her all these nice things, and you done did, you know, stuff with her and stuff like that. You got to be careful. That's just like a young woman messing with an older man. You have to be careful. You can't just go and mess with an older man, get his money, and do all these things for you and think you're gonna just walk away. It don't work like that. She finna be 60-year-old and she too old for that. It hurts her. If you hurt her, I don't know. You got her feelings hurt. You hurting her feelings right now. That's why she's going through the stuff she's going through, because you don't let her build this love for you. That's what it is. She got that crazy love for you. You don't allow her to build this relationship with you. Now you tired of it. Now you want to walk away. You got to look at her feelings is involved with this. Yes, see, she loved you deeply, and now that you don't walked away from her, she don't know how to accept you being with somebody else. So you need to be careful about being with somebody else in her face. I'm telling you, you need to be careful with that, because you know. But I ain't trying to play with her. No, I understand. She loved what it is. She hurting. She's hurting, and she in love with you. That's what it is. Even though you might not have had the same feelings for her, but where you did wrong, did you move in with her? Answer that. Did you move in her house? That's where you went wrong. If you should have never moved in with her. If you had it as being just that right there, you did a lot of soul tying with her, and that's why it's hard for her to let you go like that. You moved in her house. She probably cooked for you, cleaned for you, washed your clothes, bought you this and that. She poured out her all in all to you. Now that you don't want her no more, now that you seeing something else out there, oh yes, that's why you catching hell with her. That's why you catching it. That's why I say you need to be careful. And see, that's what I'm saying. Y'all young men, please stop saying that I want to get a cougar. I want to get me an older woman because she know this and that. If you don't mean what you are saying, and if you know that you're not gonna, they said what she keeps bugging me to move with her. No, no. I had asked you, did you move in her house with her? You was living with her at the time you was really dealing with her, or you were just being a friend, something like you said, somebody that was making out with her. That's what I'm asking. Did you move inside her house? Cause you saying that she keeps bugging me to move in with her. I did live with her for 2 years. Okay, she done built a bond with you. And now that's what I'm trying to tell you. She done built the bond with you. And now you feel like that you okay, I don't want to do this no more. Now you seeing somebody else, she might be a little, she might be your age or whatever. The girl you dealing with now, she probably be around your age, but she keeps blaming me to move with her. That's why. I understand what you're saying. She kept bugging you, but what I'm saying to you is what you should have told her. No, we're gonna keep this at on this basis. I don't want to live with you. I don't want to see you. That's how you should have did that. You should have said no. I don't want to live with you. I don't want that type of relationship. Then she would have understood what you want. She would have knew how to accept you then. You say she's a good looking woman, though she can't get a woman if she wanted to. Why would you say that? She can't, what you saying, she can't get a man if she wanted to. Why would you say that? If she's a good looking woman, why would you say that? Why she can't get a man? She can't get a man if she wanted. Why would you say that? You don't want her to have a man? Is that what you saying? You don't want her to be with nobody else, but you want to be with somebody else? Is that what you saying? You can't play with that lady like that. That's why she's stalking you. If that's what you doing, yeah, you will mess around and get yourself hurt doing stuff like that. Cause you can't play with people's feelings. You gotta be careful about how you play with people's feelings. If that what you're saying, cause it sounds like to me that you are playing with her feelings, and you shouldn't do that. She came. That's why I'm confused. Why she came? Because she's in love with you. You done lived in this lady house. You done built the relationship. You done did soul tied with her. You weren't with her no 2 or 3 months. You said 2 years. She done invested 2 years with you. You told her to move on. What, you moved out? How long it been since you moved out of her house? When you found somebody else and you started dealing with them, that's when you moved out and you started dealing with the next person. It's been a year. But when you moved out, did you start talking to somebody before you moved out? You started dealing with somebody else. Made you interested in and you that's what made you move out. Okay. Well, you should know. I'm gonna say this to see a older person, an older person. You have to be careful about how you saying that you love a person and how you dealing with them because they don't take it lightly. You can't. She's not a young girl that you're playing with. She's an older, mature woman, and she's not gonna take it lightly with you. So, as you being a younger man, you have to be careful dealing with an older woman because when you call yourself playing with their feelings, yeah, they will get serious with you. They will get into a place where they'll hurt you and the woman. I know it. She in love with you. You gotta understand too. A lot of times, see, when you older like that, you ain't quick to move on. You ain't quick to be going from when you don't reach a certain age. I can say that because I'm her age. I'm her age, and that's why I tell my sons, and I tell them, I say, look, if you ain't ready to deal with an older person, don't be so quick to jump into a relationship with them. Cause yes, and I have some good looking sons, but I tell them, but how is she? How she's involved with you? You forgot what you did with her. Y'all done did soul ties. Y'all done made it out. Y'all done had some things going on that you shouldn't have had going on with her. And that's why she's like that. You done did some stuff with her. And this one like going to the park. You done built a relationship with this lady. Hello, how you doing? You done built a relationship with her. And see, that's why you got to be careful, young men. Y'all be hollering about, oh, I want a cool. Be careful about what you ask for. Even young women. If you messing with the older men, you cannot go and play with their feelings. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. When you get a certain age and you hollering about, I'm gonna get me an older person. Be careful about what you ask for. Cause look, let me tell you something. It's not like these little young men you walking around here playing with saying I love you, do you love me? It don't work like that. Because when you getting in an older person's mind, when you're building that relationship with them, be careful how you deal with their feelings. That go for an older woman too. Be careful. I'm married now to an older guy. He was when I got with him, he's 10 years older than me. But guess what? I knew how to treat him as big. I loved it, an older guy. But I knew I couldn't play with his feelings. I know I couldn't just jump in a relationship and have him and somebody else. That wasn't working. See, older people ain't going for that. Yeah, but you think her feelings telling her to leave you alone? That lady in love with you. You done did, you done did some things that an older man probably didn't do, and see, and that's why she after you like that. She done built something with you. And it could be like that sometimes. Sometimes you might, even though you have children from somebody else, and them feelings be like, oh, whatever. I'm glad I'm out of that. But then you can meet the next person and you could really fall in love with them. So that's why I said, you was probably was with her at the time because she was being there and doing stuff for you and showing you, and you fell for it. You can't get with these older women and try to use them. I know it was love, but where you messed up at, you moved in the house with her. That's where you messed up. That's what I'm trying to tell you. When you moved in the house with her, that's where you messed up at. You should have never moved in that lady house. And if you would have kept it as being that, she would have never took it that far where she got it now. If you would have never took it that far, even though she kept asking you to make, you should have said no. Look, we ain't taking it that far because I ain't trying to be in no relationship like that. That what you should have stood up to her, and she would have accepted that, and she wouldn't have asked you to move. I'd have said no. You keep saying it was lust, but that lust caused you to move in her house. So she had to been doing some great things for you to move in. And now that you don't want that, you looking at something else now. I ain't gonna lie. I did love her, but I wanted to be. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I knew it had to be another girl in there. And that's what's making her crazy. And she feel like that she shouldn't have never took. I'm gonna tell you something. Even though she coming at you, she's hurting because she allowed you to carry her that far. That's why she's still after you, and she feel that she can make it work because you wanted kids and she couldn't have no more, right? So if she could have got pregnant from you, would have stayed there with her? You left because you wanted to have a family of your own. Is that what it was? That's why you have to be careful about dealing with people. So you didn't want to be with her? You said you wanted somebody your own age. Is she a great mom? You probably looking at okay. You looking at that you want to be with a girl at your own age, and sometimes sometimes it ain't always. She was trying to talk to me and tell him her baby was hurt. I don't want the baby to come out. What gonna be wrong with it? You think because she's older, the baby something gonna be wrong with the baby? That ain't always true. You can have a baby from a young girl and something be wrong with the baby. She could be young, and I done seen it to happen. Just because she older, that don't mean she can have something wrong with her pregnancy. And you can have a baby from a young girl, and a lot of these young girls having problems with babies too. But at least she's more stable. You said that you right, but but see, the girl I'm with now don't do what she did for me. Did for me. What you mean about what you was saying about the root part? That's what you talking about? But that's what she didn't do that to you. But how you know that? How you know that? Cause sometimes them young girls be worse than the old. And then you gotta be careful with them going messing with other men. Not saying that she's doing it. You got some faithful, some girls are faithful. But you don't know you gotta make sure she ain't out there messing with other men. If she young and and pretty and she got a shape whatever, you got to be careful with her too. At least the older woman, you knew where she was. You know what she doing. You know she taking care of children. She being mom at home or whatever. You knew where she was. But with young girl, hey, I'm not saying that she doing, the older lady used to cook and clean, and we had a good conversation. We also go to the casino and have a good time. But she was just acting like she was my mama. She was just controlling. She was controlling. That's all. hmm she was just overprotective of you. That's what it was. Cause who would want to act like they messing with their son? Come on now, that's nasty. She just was overprotective of you. That's what it was. And that's why. And see, she done built all these. She done let herself go with you. She done built all these feelings for you. And now that you telling her, oh, I don't want to be with you no more. I want somebody my age. And now you just done made her mind just click. That's what it is. Oh, I done did all this for you. Now you want to walk away? You want to tell me that you want a younger girl? You want somebody your age? Come on now. And I done built this You think I'm just going to just let you walk away from me like this? Even if you moved out, you said you moved out a year ago, but you still was dealing with her. Are you still doing the soul ties with her? For an example, if I went outside somewhere and had two people at a certain time, that's crazy. That is crazy. But the thing about it, this is what I want to ask you. When you moved out, you said you moved out over a year ago, right? So when you moved out, was you still having soul ties with her? Was you still doing the lust thing with her? Was you still doing that? You still going and messing with her? Because it sounded like to me that you were still going messing with her. That's why she's still bothering you. Because you still doing soul ties with her. See, I knew it a couple of times. I was still, but you still was messing with her. That's the thing. If it's something that what you gotta stop doing. You gotta stop going getting in her bed with her. You gotta stop doing that because as long as you keep doing that, you ain't gonna never get rid of her. Because you know why? You continue doing soul ties. Once you start letting those bonds break away, then she eventually she gonna leave you alone. She gonna move on. But you gotta stop doing that. You got to stop giving her soul ties. And as long as you doing that, you're not gonna never get rid of her. You gotta stop messing with her. Period. You can't keep leading her on. That's what you're doing. No, if you don't want to be with her, then leave her alone completely. Don't stop messing with her like that. Leave the lust thing alone. Don't mess. Long as you keep getting in the bed with her, she's gonna keep messing with you because you started doing this with her. You started tying souls with her, and that's why she feel like that is still something there with you and her. So you got to stay away from that. So you can't say that she's putting something on you because you keep going back. You weakening down for her. But if you got a girlfriend, you ain't got no business going back to her anyway. You shouldn't be messing with her. Period. And me and Erica, we together, but she got mad and said no. And I would have went off on you too. If you ask her something like that and she can still have babies, why would you go have a baby with a young girl? And I would have got mad with you too. But you think that's just like her telling you, oh, I'm gonna get me another young guy, and he gonna come over, and I'm gonna get pregnant from him, but me and you can raise the baby. How you think that? How would you feel if she tell you that she gonna get her another man to be coming over, and she gonna get pregnant from him? Would you like that? Come on now. You gotta understand. You gotta understand that's a woman you messing with. You ain't messing with no little girl. I would have went off on you too. I know you would have been mad. Okay then. So why would you want? Why you feel like that she shouldn't be mad? So you can't keep tying soul ties with her if you want to be with somebody else. That's not right. That's why you feel like she's being crazy because she's you still doing it with her. So you got to stop doing that with her if you want her to leave you alone. You can't keep on doing that with her. So evidently, it must be some love still. You still loving her. If you keep going back messing with her, you got to be loving her too. So that's why I'm telling you, you don't need to get in. You you getting you confused right now. You loving you liking this girl, but you still loving her. So you got to make your mind up, cause somebody will end up getting hurt in the deal. So you got to be careful with that. You don't know what they may do if they meet up. Let's see, I ain't tell you everything like for an example. If she drink, she gets violent sometimes. She get violent when she drink. Okay, but like I'm gonna say this again. You know how she is. Why do you keep doing this soul ties with her? You gotta stop doing this with her. So as long as you keep doing soul ties, she gonna keep getting crazy on you. She gonna still feel like okay, you still messing with her. You still coming to give her when she asks you for it. You still doing these things, and then so when she feel like she want it, and you tell her no, oh, she gonna get crazy. It's hard for you to say. I think you like that crazy stuff. From what you telling me, I believe that you like what she does to you. You don't want to get out of it. You just done went out and fell in love with you done messing with somebody else, but you still like crazy mo. I ain't mean to call her crazy mo, but she more action for you. And when she wants some, she gonna get crazy and she gonna come and you gonna give it to her. And then guess what? But you still gonna be with little mama. You still, even though you want to be with somebody your age. But the older head, she got the advantage. You know what you doing. So you can't say it's all her and she doing this and that. You playing a part in it too. You got to look at what you doing. Because you know why? Because you keep going back. You keep doing it. Doesn't matter when no is no. If it's something that you don't want to do anymore, you're not going to do it. So you can't tell me that she's making you doing anything. You is a grown man. So you only going back because you still have feelings for her. And you so used to doing that with her. And she probably giving you money. She might be even paying your rent or something. She doing something for you to keep going back to it. And when you need something, you know who to go to. She just like my go-to person. Cause you know that she's gonna be there for you when you need her. She went off on one of her phones because her friend asked her to come over, and she thought her friend was trying to hit on me, but it was nothing like that. That lady loved you. It ain't funny, but it's sad. Boy, she in love with you. She real jealous hearted person. She don't play. She don't play. That's what that is. She don't play. So you just can't play with her like you do that like young girl. I'm telling you. Older heads, you can't play with them like you do young. I'm telling you now. You can't. They be on point. Some of 'em, you can't play with them like that. So you gotta be careful when you saying that I want to get me a cougar. Be careful when you call them a cougar. Them cougars gonna show you something. A lot of them be saying, "Oh, I want me a cougar." Okay, you better know what you doing when you messing with them, cause they ain't nothing like these young people. I'm telling you. So you messing with a woman. You ain't messing with no little girl. It don't matter. It don't matter. Don't you know married women cheat too? They don't care. Married women cheat too. Okay. Now, if her husband was home and she asked you to come over there, that would have been different. She wouldn't have acted like that, but she knew that her husband wasn't there. That's why she cussed her out. That's why she went off. hmm Now, if her husband would have been home and she asked you to come over there, that probably would have been a different story. But by her friend husband wasn't there, that's why she went off. Her friend, I think she's like that. Yeah, she could be. She could be. But what her friend should have did, I'm gonna tell you where she went wrong at. What she should have did was ask her, and if she wanted you to do something for her, then she should have said was, um, can you and him come over and he can do such and such for me? Cause my husband is not here, and can you come with him? That would have been more respectful. That's how that should have went. It doesn't matter because she in the church. Any respectable person would have did it like that. They would have said, they would have first they would have asked her, not you. That's what a respectable person would. If you trying to respect your spouse or anybody that you're with, and if I wanted somebody to do something for me, and my husband at work or whatever, and he's not here, I would first ask. I would ask the person's wife or girlfriend or whatever, and ask them first. She did ask her that. She told me that she. But so she didn't go with you. She should not. That is kind of crazy. Now if she felt like that, if she told her to come with her. Well, and then too, it depends on how she acts. Cause I had one time, I was doing, I don't do a lot of women's hair like I used to. I'm doing hair at my house. No, I never wore hair. Okay. Well, it probably depends on how she asked her. Because like I was finna say, I had someone that asked me, um, that that asked me to come and let my husband do something for her. It's the way she asked me, and I had and I told her, no, that's not how that's gonna work. It just probably depends on how she asked her. hmm So sometimes some people can be sneaky on certain things. Sometimes, so she probably knew her friend. She probably knew how she was. That's embracing. Hey, you just got you one that she stuck on you, and and it sound like you stuck on her too. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like you in love with her too. It ain't just her. It's you too. So you can't put it all on her. Cause you probably act crazy when somebody was around her. Did you did you kinda act up too? Cause it sounds like you in love with her. You still in love with her. Even though you messing with somebody younger. But you need to be careful with that. I'm gonna be real with you. Be careful with that. Because one thing you don't want to do is play with nobody's feelings. I'm kind of still involved with her. I knew it, but I understand I need someone my age. Why you feel like that? Because you want to have a family. If she can still have a baby, you feel like you need somebody your age. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I just want you to do this. I know that you want to be with somebody your age. Okay, you done been with this older woman. And now that you with this older woman, that you've been with this older woman and what she have showed you, this young woman probably ain't gonna be able to show you because you know why? You done been with an older woman that's more experienced than her. And now that you gonna feel like she's not experienced enough because you done been trained with this older woman now. And you ain't gonna be with her long. Because you know why? Because you gonna feel like she haven't matured. She's not mature enough, even though she's around your age. Because you gonna keep going back to mama. I mean, I call them, you know, your girl. You feel like you can grow with her, but you done been. That's just like being like you know how when you real smart and they upgrade you because you too smart to stay in the level in the grade that you really supposed to be in, but they put you in the upper grade because you too smart for that grade. That's how she gonna feel to you, and you ain't gonna you might not even stay in that relationship long because you know why? You done been with somebody that's more in advance, and that's how I was when I got with somebody my age. I didn't want to be with him because you know I felt like he was too slow. And he wasn't where I was because I was so used to messing with an older guy. My children dad is older than me. And I was a person that I didn't like young men, even though I say, no, I'm going to mess with somebody my age. But I didn't like them because you know what? I felt like they wasn't mature where I was. So that's why you're not gonna feel comfortable with her, cause you know why? That's why you feel like oh, old girl is crazy and she this and that and she scares me, but you still dealing with her, you still messing with her because you know why? You know her, she done train you, you know how she is now, but you gonna feel like little mama gonna be too slow for you. Yeah, I know it get aggravated that time. Okay, well, okay, this is the thing. I know she she probably real jealous. She probably is. You know, you got some that is real jealous. They real jealous. But you could kind of break her though. You could kind of break her from that. Say, look, cause you know when I got with mine, he was like that. But I had to break him to a point. You got to put them to a point where they can trust you. You can't say, look, if you want me to be with you, you got to stop being so jealous and let me go and be a man. And that just because I leave the house, that don't mean I'm with somebody, you know. But she can't trust you now because she know you messing around with somebody else. Because you telling her that you want to be with somebody else, and she know that you're messing around with somebody else. But you need to be careful though. You know, you messing with this girl and then you messing with her. You need to be careful. I'm gonna be honest with you because it's a lot of stuff out here and there's some stuff out there that you can't get rid of. So you got to be careful messing with two, you know, because everybody's body is not the same. So you need to be careful with that. Everybody's body is not the same. I'm just saying, you don't know You need to be careful. That's all I'm gonna say. And then you doing soul ties, okay? You messing with her, and then you messing with her. That's a lot. That's y'all. You twining it up. That's why you confused because you don't know who to be with because you messing with both of them. So you need to think about what you doing. Sit back, weigh out your pros and cons on what you want to do. You got to you got to look at what's best for you. I can't tell you. I don't know. I don't really know how you is. But from what I'm hearing that you're saying, that I believe you more in love with the older woman than the young one. You just with her because you saying you feel that you need to be with somebody your age. But I still see and I still hear that from what you're telling me that you still in love with the older woman. Because like you said, she cooks, she clean. Young woman probably ain't doing all that. She probably ain't cooking the meals like old girl was. She probably ain't doing all the home stuff like old girl was. I ain't calling her old because she my age. But I'm just saying, if you got somebody that's gonna be with you ride or die, you gotta think about long term too. If you get sick, is young girl still gonna be there with me? But you gotta look at it. If you get sick, old girl, she gonna be there for you. You gotta look at the long term. If something happen, if you lose your job or whatever, young girl may walk away. Old girl will be there. She may be there. So you got to weigh out your pros and cons and see which way I want to go. Don't look at. I'm gonna tell you something. Don't be with somebody because you think that you want to be with her because she's young and she this and that and she look good and she got a shape and all this stuff. You got to look at the long term. Okay, if something happened to me, if I get sick or where I'm not able to do this and that, will she still be here with me? Will she love me for who I am? Will she love me because don't is she just in love with me because of what I do for her? Like she used to always tell me to call and check on people. But I told her, hey, you gotta call me all the time. Call and check up on who? Call and check on who? On her? Yeah, you should. What's wrong with that? You should always want to call and check on your mama. That's your mama, man. Come on, that's your love. Always check. Like I feel some type of way when my sons don't call me. I got two sons, and it hurts me when they don't call me and check on me. Even if they just call and say, "Mama, I'm just calling to check on you." It bothers me. I talk to my girls about it. I say, sometimes it be weeks go by, and I don't even hear from them. And I have to go and check on them. Well, I'm just checking on you. I'm just seeing how y'all doing. Since y'all can't call me, I know you got your little families or whatever. At least take out time. Call your mama. That's your mama. Don't forget about where you came from. That's why I say, how you treat your mama is how you gonna treat your woman. If you love your mama, you gonna love your woman. You gonna treat her right. Treat you. We got to see a lot of time people don't won't treat nobody. So you got. If you love your mama because you only get one. You only get one. Mama gonna be there when nobody else ain't gonna be there. So love your mama. Always call and check on her. It hurts me when my boys don't call and check on me. It hurts me because you know why? I was always there for them. I made sure they had new shoes. They used to get every pair of Jordan came out. I would spend my last on them, buying them, making sure they look good and decent going to school, especially when they got in high school. But now, they on their own, they got family. I barely even get a phone call from them. But my girls, nah, they round me 20. They always calling me. If they ain't here, they on the phone with me. Well, my son with a girl I don't want him with, but you know what? I don't get involved with it because you know why? That's his life. That who he choose to be with. But she ain't keeping you away from your mom though. She telling you to call your mom and your family. Maybe because your mom don't like because she's older. That's what it is. But you can't. Your mama can't. That's what I had to do. I can't run my son's life. I can't tell him who not to be with. You know. But even though when he got with this one girl, I did tell him that she wasn't good for him. Long as this girl is not mistreating you, she's there for you. She respect your mom. She respect you. She loving you, and she's not doing anything to harm you or nothing like that. Now, if she aggressive and fighting or something like that, and y'all going through some bad changes, then no, you don't need to be with her. But if she aggressive, or she might be a aggressive lover, like she just love on you, wants you to hold her or something like that. Your mama probably don't want you to be with her because she's probably older. Is that what it is? Because of her age? Is that what you're saying? My mom came to visit me up here. I never told her. So how did your mama feel when you told her that? Was she did huh? Did she disrespect your mama or anything like that? Or your mama just didn't like because she's an older lady? Or hmm? Or did she didn't like because she's older than you? No, but they. Oh, oh, okay. They kind of hear words. Well, your mama asked her, "Why is you with my son? You is too old to be with him." Is that what she said? You too old to be with my son. You's way older than him. Is that what she said? But you have to well, you have to think about it. You know, not no, no, mom just said she was trying to control. Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you, if you in love with this other girl, I'm gonna say this too. You the one gotta stop doing what you doing with the older lady. As long as you keep doing it with her, she gonna always feel like it's something there. So you need to cut that part off. Cut it off. If you don't wanna be dealing with her like that, you need to cut it off. If you in love with this other girl and y'all kicking it well, you need to cut the other thing off. Because eventually if she find out that you messing with her, she gonna leave you. That young girl gonna leave you. If she find out you still doing soul ties with this older lady, she gonna leave you. So you need to think about what you're doing. So you can't just put it all on the older lady because you the one giving in to her. So you got to stop doing that. Yeah, you got to break it off soon. You need to break it off now. If you don't want to be doing that well, you need to break that off. You not for sure. That's what it sounds like you're saying. You ain't ready to stop what you're doing. She must be giving you some money. She helped taking care of you. That's why you saying soon. Something she's doing for you that you're not ready to cut it off yet. Huh, I know that's what it sounds like. Your car and you got a car or something and it's in her name. That's why you scared to cut it off with her. She, she has okay. I know it was something. That's why I say that's why you ain't cutting it off with her. I knew it had to be some kind of ties with her. So you might as well make sure that's what you want to do, and be careful and don't be having that girl. Go have that girl in that car, cause she gonna tear it up. So you gotta. It ain't funny, but I'm just saying, baby, you just gotta be safe. You wanna be safe than sorry. So that's why you can't stop doing this soul time with her. That's why you can't stop doing this. So you can't say that she's putting witchcraft and all that stuff on you. That don't sound like witchcraft. That sound like you just giving in to her because of what you're doing with her, and you can't let go. So it's not just her. It's you too. You saying she too old for that, but you messing with this lady feelings. You gotta understand this lady got feelings. You can't just feel like, okay, I'ma just leave her alone. But she's doing stuff for you. You got to stop accepting her stuff. Let her stuff go. Oh, I don't need this no more from you. I don't need that no more. You got to when you cut the ties off, you cut it all off. You can't hold on to her supplies and think you gonna let her go. That's not how it's gonna work. You're not gonna be able to do that. You're not going to be able to hold on to her things and then you want to go and share it with somebody else. And if she catch you with it, if she catch you doing it, you got to understand, look, I brought this on myself because you know why? She's doing these things for me, but I'm doing something else. I don't want to be with her no more. Now you looking at something else looking nice and young, and you want to go play with that. So you got to get them eyes right. You got to get them eyes satisfied. And not looking at the things of what she's doing. If you don't want to be with her, you need to give her back her tools. You keep saying she too old for that. Yes, she got children, but you can't play with her feelings. You can't do that. So if you don't want to be with her, that's just like me messing with an old man. I want his stuff, and I know he got it. I know he's financially stable, but I'm gonna get his money. It don't work like that. I cannot get this man money and just say I'm gonna just do whatever I want to do. You can't do that. Good night, Nate. You be safe too. But I'm just saying, you gotta be careful, baby. Don't think with soul ties. I'm saying it like that because I don't know if it's true or not. That's why I'm saying it like that. Don't think with the soul ties. Think with this up here. Think with that, and be careful about what you're doing. You gotta respect her feelings, and you gotta remember that you want somebody to treat you the way you want to be treated. Okay, you still messing with her, but what if you find out the young girl that you with messing with somebody else? How would you feel about that? You wouldn't like that. Okay, so what that make so I'm just saying, I know she don't want a man her age. She in love with you. She's in love with you. But you still messing with her. So I'm saying if you don't want to be with her, then you need to leave her stuff alone. You need to stop doing soul ties with her. That's what you're not doing. You don't want to let that go. Because when you're really in need, she gonna be there for you. That's why you haven't let her go yet. You gotta think about this other girl that you with. So if you find out she messing with somebody else, then what you gonna do? How you gonna feel about that? If she's in the position that you're in, how would you feel? Would you want to be with her or not? Just answer that for me. Hey, answer that for me. Would you want to be with her if she was doing the same thing that you were doing, the girl that you're with now? Would you think that you would want to be with her if you found out that she was in the okay, that's good. You 36. That's good. How you doing? Swing 6'2". Okay, 235. Okay, that's what's up. That's good. Latino. Okay, see? Now that's what I'm saying. You got to now look at it. You gotta treat her the way you wanna be treated. Treat the older lady the way you wanna be treated. If you don't wanna deal with her in that way no more, hey, let her go. Okay, dude. Ain't nothing little about you. Okay, that's good. I'm talking to a king right now. Yeah, so you gotta think about her, king. You gotta think about their feelings. It can't be just about you all the time now. You got to think about their feelings. You got to think about what you're doing to the next person. That's what I'm saying. You got to be thinking about what you're doing. Make sure y'all subscribe and like. Share. Make sure y'all subscribe. Come on, show me some love. And I'm also trying to get up my 4,000 watch hours. So y'all keep a sister going. So what should I tell her? Real good every time I talk to her, she starts crying and stuff. Who? Which one? The older lady? She starts crying? She, she do the crying? Is it she? Cause she love you. That's why. She in love with you. That's what it sounds like. She's not ready to let you go. She's in love with you. And you still keep doing soul ties. When you stop doing that, them feelings will start leaving. When you stop messing with an individual, and that way eventually it goes away. So, but as long as you keep doing soul ties with her, you're not gonna never get rid of her. You're not. You're gonna always be in that position. You would never be able to get rid of her because you keep doing soul ties with her. And that's why the relationship is keep prolonging it, prolonging. That's why she's still coming back at you. I think she relying when she says she's never loved a man like how she loved me. She could be telling the truth. Just because she got children from a man, I don't mean that she was in love with him. We all done, I done been there before. I was with somebody, but I wasn't in love with him. But I ended up having a baby from him. And hey, I didn't care if he stayed or leave. But then, like my husband went now, yeah, I love him. I love him. So it's a difference, when you get with somebody else, that might not just been the right one at this time. Some people have men have a baby from a woman. That don't mean they in love with them. That's why you see so many people got different baby daddies and move on. Hey, things happen. Just at that minute you with that person, and hey, it end up getting something. Hey, it is what it is. But it always be sometime that one come along that you really fall in love with, and it be like that. So I don't think she's lying, because you could be the one that she really loved. You know, you probably really do have a heart, and that's why she's crying. Let me tell you something. You ain't gonna cry if you don't care about a person. You be like, well, okay, what up? What you can do, I can do it too. It still don't mean nothing. It still don't mean that just because she been married twice. It's probably something just different about you. You don't know, you don't know what it is that she really love you. It always something different. You know, everybody's not the same. Just because she done been married twice, that don't mean that she probably just something about you that really pushes her button. Hmm. Yes, I love you too. Praise. What? Praise. But did that money keep her with him? She's not looking at, okay, if her ex got a lot of money and she ain't with him, it's something that was done didn't keep her. Just because a person have a lot of money, that don't mean that you gonna that you would want to stay with that individual. Money don't keep people all the time. Cause like my daughter dad, he had plenty of money, but that didn't make me stay with him. Sometimes it could be the treatment. It could be the treatment, how a person treats you. It can run you away. You don't know what kind of treatment that she had with that individual. So you just don't know. What what drove her away. She probably have a lot of fun with you. She probably have fun. Y'all probably do things that she didn't get to do with them, and she have more fun with you. Y'all go places, do things together, and she probably didn't have that in the other two relationships like she had with you. She's more open with you. She can have more fun. She probably laugh more. She probably it just depends on what y'all did with each other. And now she just probably saying she never had that time like that. Sometimes it can be like that. So she ain't looking at the money. She's not looking at the money. She love you. Now if she keep coming back to you, she's not looking at the money. She's looking at she ain't looking at that. She's not doing that. She love you for you, not for what you got. That's the case she would have stayed with the other man. If she was loving him for what he had, she would have been with him. Because she wouldn't want to mess up that state, that position that she was in, that he had money and I could have to accept what this man throw at me, but as long as I'm being taken care of, she probably went into that. Really? Okay. Only person I turn on is my man. Hmm. So you just gotta be careful, Hakeem. Think about what you're doing, and you just gotta be for sure if you still want to be in that position with her. And if you don't, just cut all ties so you could be honest with the other girl that you with. That's all I'm saying. Because Yeah, so you just gotta be honest with yourself and her and the other girl, cause you don't know, she probably dealing with feelings for you too. So you don't want to have both of them hurting in the process. So you just gotta think about what you want to do. You know, and you just gotta cut soul ties with the other girl, the lady. You know, so you gotta think about it. How old are you? I I don't think she gonna hurt it. How old is her children? Not trying to, trying to pry her business and that. But I don't think she probably will hurt herself. She probably just probably tell you that, well, I don't know. I don't think she would. I hope she don't take it that far. But you just get when she asks for that other thing, you got to tell her no. Say no, I'm not doing that no more. Cut it off. You got to cut it off. You got to be for real. If you don't want to do it no more, you got to cut it off. Give her tools back and say, I gotta be honest. You got to stop giving it to her. I'm just gonna say that. You know. So I know she ain't gonna hurt herself over no man. Hope not. I hope she don't take it to that level. Cause no one is worth you hurting yourself. She even told me he didn't she she in love with you. That's why. So how would you feel of her being with somebody else? How would you feel if she go ahead on and get with somebody else? Well, I hope you go to jail too. Hmm. Yeah. I feel some kind of way, but I don't know. You would feel some kind. But you told her you didn't want to be with her no more. So why would you feel some type of way? If you don't want to be with her anymore, why would you feel some type of way? If you want her to go on with her life. That's why I know you still in love with her. From what you're saying, you still in love with her. That's why you cannot let her go. What is your breast size? You can't have none. That ain't your business. That's for my man to know it, not you. Hmm. So that's why I know you still got some. How you know? Oh, you know how she gonna be good to him. Is that what you saying? She gonna be good to him if she move on. So it sounds like she's a good person, but she just got her little ways. You know what she probably saying to herself too? I should have never got myself into this messing with this young boy. She probably calling you young, but I know you this young man. I done got myself tied up in this young man. and now she probably feeling like she's stuck. Even though you might not be living with her anymore, and you still messing with her, that's where you're going wrong. Once you leave her alone, eventually she will go ahead on and get with somebody else. She'll start talking to somebody else. Eventually she will. If you stop laying the pipe, she'll move on. Wow. I don't know what you were doing to her. You was like a machine to her then. You was giving her too much. But you just gotta. But you know what? The thing about it, it seems like you love her, but the thing about it that you just have to stand. You have to put some ground rules with her. You need to just let her know where you stand. If you still trying to be with her, but if you not, you need to cut ties. I'm just being real with you. You need to cut ties because it sounds like you still love her, and yeah, you may feel some type of way if you see her with somebody else because you know that she's a good person. But at the same time, if you planning on being with her, you need to lay some ground rules with her. That's all, and you just gotta stand to them. You can't be soft and allow her to do what she want to do, and that's what you're doing wrong. You can't be easy boy. Cause even though you young, you still got to lay your ground rules with her. That's it. You got to tell her yes and no. Be real. And that's what's running you crazy. It sound like you still in love with her, but you just got to lay ground rules with her. You can't let her keep controlling you. You got to be a man and stand your grounds. Is what I'm saying. See, you can't do that. You cannot do that. See, now you don't want her to talk to nobody. You still in love with her. That's what it is. You still in love with her. But you gonna hurt somebody else in the process. So you still in love with her. That's what it is. So you have to be just think about what you're doing. Think about what you're doing, King. So you was drinking too, huh? See, you doing it with her. So how you gonna talk about her when you doing this? When you doing it with her, you acting out with her. That's why she like that. So you just let more and more come out. And you think she gonna forget about that? Okay. And she don't mean what she saying too when she drunk. When she drinking. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That means you still in love with her. You don't want her to talk to nobody because you know she a good person. So you gotta make up your mind. Now you keep on pushing her away. Eventually she gonna move on. Okay. But eventually if you keep pushing her away, eventually she will move on though. She gonna end up moving on. But you, when you stop doing that with her, she'll move on. Then somebody else gonna get her attention. She gonna start drifting away from you. She gonna put it in her mind one day, just say, "I'm gonna just leave him alone." Yup. Get tired after a while. Cause I'm like this, so I ain't running behind nobody. Don't want me. If you don't want me, I ain't finna chase you. I don't care how you look. I don't care. You could be the finest thing in the world. You could be the finest man in the world. I, oh, well, I don't know. I don't know. But how would you feel? Cause you seeing another girl, so you can't get mad with her. If you telling her to move on, and if she move on, hey, that's gonna be good for the both of you. But within that year, you still messing with her though, right? Right. You do got two choices to believe her or not. Yeah. So but even though you 28 and she's 59, y'all don't spend some time together, cause you was messing with her when you was 24 years old, and now you're 28. So y'all been messing around for a while. For real, you going back to her. What if you wait too late and she decide to move on? What you gonna do? What if I know your heart been saying it. Sometimes you may wait too long and lose out. I'm telling you. Don't come on in with that. Y'all don't know why y'all being nasty. You see I'm egging you, I ain't saying that to you on that. Only person gonna see this body is my husband. No other man. And that's real. So again, you just gotta think about what you're doing and make sure that you're doing the right thing, making the right choices. And I'm gonna just tell you this, don't let it be too late and she move on. Yeah. She gonna get tired after a while though. She gonna get tired after a while. He a grown man. Nobody can tell him who to mess with. He a grown man. It's what makes him happy. He's not going the person for his family. He got to make his own decisions. But like my son, he got to make his own decisions. Long as it's, so I say like they say, if you get with somebody older, let it be somebody that's gonna help you to grow, not keep you down, not treat you as you one of their children. You are not a child. Right. True, Jacqueline. So you got you know when you get in a relationship, you ain't getting, it ain't about your whole family. It's not about that. That's why I don't get in my children business. If I see something that I know ain't right, I'm gonna say something to them, and I just want them to peep what I'm seeing. I'm biting for the first one. Oh, she must was really, she was real good. She was really nice to you. But yeah, you should have took your time if that's not what you wanted to do. But you gotta do it first, right? You gotta test them. Make sure that, okay, do I really want to get in there? Sometimes I'm gonna tell you where we go wrong at is when we get into a relationship, and this is what I learned. People never sit back and watch how a person react. Watch how that person carry themselves and how they act, the attitude. Then you can figure a person out. Okay, do I want to be in this or not? Cause they always gonna show their true self. So if you don't never watch a person and like you watching that TV show and you catching on to what's going on, if you never sit there and examine a person, you will always go in blindfolded. So you have to be watchful more than you be just being blindfolded into a relationship. And people already show you the signs when you get it when you're talking with them. You see the signs, but we ignore them. And they already show you how they are. You could tell if a person mean. You could tell if a person lie a lot. You can tell. You just gotta pay attention to the signs. For real. Right, and that's real. When you go places, watch how they treat other people, and you will see. It's gonna tell you every time, and that's so real. You gonna see it. She was saying that because y'all ain't had no bond. Y'all hadn't did anything yet. But when you start messing with her, you start laying the pipe, and you start being with her more and more and more, man, that attitude changed. Because you was spending too much time with her. Now, if you was hitting her here and there, if you weren't spending that much time with her and you was barely seeing her, then yes, she would have understood that. But by you was spending your everyday and all your moves was with her, she felt like you was hers. That's why. That's where you went wrong at. You was giving her too much of your time. And that's why I say, take your time, even in with the relationship that you're in now. Take your time. Don't be quick to jump down in it. People show signs. People show them signs. Exactly. That's why I'm telling you. That's why I was telling him. I said, it's too much stuff out here that you cannot get rid of. Even though you messing with that woman, and that's why I'm telling you, two bodies are not the same. They are not the same. So you have to be careful when you messing with these different people. Mess different men and women. You gotta be careful. So, and that's real. Jacqueline is telling the truth. You got to be careful because it's not good for you to be messing with that woman. They gonna mess with that woman. Hey, it ain't gonna. It just not gonna be right. I'm telling you, it's not gonna be right. And one thing that I learned, see, I'm gonna educate you, and yeah, I got an old school mind. But one thing I always knew, I could tell when my man was messing up. I could tell if he don't went and laid with somebody else. I'm gonna tell you how you can tell, women, cause it ain't gonna feel the same. Something different about it. You can tell when your man don't went and mess with another woman, cause it ain't the same. You can tell the difference. You know the difference. I'm trying to tell you. So it ain't good to be messing with all these different men, these different women. I'm telling you, if you gonna get with somebody, get with you one steady person and be happy. I don't care what relationship you get in. No relationship is gonna be good. You gonna have some ups and downs in it, but it's how you deal with it. You're right. A woman can tell for sure. That's why I'm saying I know. I could tell. I could tell. You can't fool me because everything about a man changes. The way they act, how they move, they'll distance themselves. It's a change coming now. So you can tell when your man doing something he ain't got no business doing because his whole demeanor gonna change with you. The same way. You could tell because she ain't gonna feel the same. Exactly. She gonna act just the way that man act. She gonna start distancing herself. She gonna come up with some stuff. Oh, you just doing it. You don't. And then too, when you start accusing one another of doing this and that, that's definitely know you're doing something. When you start accusing each other, that you must be doing this and that on me. Something ain't right. When you start arguing and accusing each other, somebody doing something they ain't got no business doing. Mm-hmm. Or cause or worse, you better believe it. They gonna act out on it. Eventually they gonna act out on. They gonna get tired of hiding it. They gonna get tired of hiding it for real. You know when that other partner is not doing them, cause they whole demeanor changes. They changes. You gonna know if you done been with a person for a long time, and all of a sudden they start changing. You know something is wrong. And when you with an individual, you should always know your partner, know them, study their ways. I know my husband inside and out. I know him. I know when he changes. Man, anybody thinking about that? Get you one woman and sit down somewhere. But I'm just saying, when you're in a relationship, we're talking about relationships right now. Get with somebody that's gonna be truthful to you. I've been with my husband almost 30 years. And guess what? Yes, we have had ups and downs, but guess what? We still together. He showed me love, I show him love. He could tell if I changed with him, and I could tell if he changed with me. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody got time for all that. It's too much stuff out here. I'm telling you. That's right. Games are for kids. I don't play games. Not them kind anyway. Cause them kind of games they'll get you hurt. So Akeem, I'm telling you, make sure, baby, what you want to do. Think about what you're doing. Cause I don't want to see yourself get hurt or the two women that you're dealing with. So you gotta be for real, like she say, be for real with yourself. Have a mind that, because I'm gonna tell you something. When you dealing with some people's good, yeah, they do know how to look No, don't do that. Don't do that. Because you can't do that. I know. You can't do that, King, because you know why? Because you ain't no better than her. Even if you did find out that she was messing with somebody, you can't get mad at her because you still messing with old girl. So you shouldn't even think that way. Or all you can say, well, I'm doing it too. So if you still messing with old girl, you can't get mad with her. You can't do that. So don't go talking about putting your hands on her and you doing wrong too. Where you right at? You ain't right with what you doing. So how you gonna do that to her when you ain't right yourself? I, if I'm doing something and my husband doing something, I can't get mad with him because I'm doing it too. I can't get mad with him if I'm doing it too. So you gotta understand if she doing it and you doing it, how you gonna get mad with her? You can't. You can't. You shouldn't even. Don't be like that. Cause you gotta think about what you're doing. And then if you keep doing, eventually it's gonna come out. Cause what's in the dark gonna come to the light. No, it ain't no different. It ain't no different. You saying that's true, but it's different. No, it's no different. It's no different because you gotta treat her the way you want to be treated, and it's not fair to her if you're treating if you're doing it to her. That's not right. You're right. You're digging a hole. You will. You digging it deeper. So you got to think about what you're doing. You can't have your cake and eat it too. That's what I'm gonna tell you. You can't do that. You want to be truthful to somebody. You don't want to be messing with this person and then you messing with somebody else. All you doing is filling yourself with a bunch of spirits. That's why you can't think straight. That's why you're confused of what you're doing because you messing with all the different bodies and they told spirits. So now you gotta deal with them, and that's why you so confused. Don't you know if you messing with somebody and they messing with somebody, and then they come back and mess with you? That's Do you know how many spirits that is you dealing with? And then you wonder why I act like this, why I'm like this, and why I'm like that. Because you know why? You messing with all these people and you bringing them back to that girl. She got to deal with your spirit and somebody else's. So you got to be careful about dealing with all these people, and them things double up on you, and that's why a lot of people be acting crazy, fighting all it, because they messing with all these different people. So you got to be careful about dealing with a lot of people messing around. But I can tell by how you. Yeah. I ain't not well. He must be stressed out. I ain't stressing out. I'm just telling him he just got to be careful about, because you know sometimes a lot of people can't talk to. Sometimes like when you're talking like this, sometimes you can't talk to your own family because sometimes you have to talk to a stranger that don't even know you, that can help you, that you can get some understanding. You can't Sometimes you can't go and talk to your family because they're gonna go tell everybody what you got going on. And then sometimes it's good to talk to somebody that you don't even know. How you digging a hole? Because you trying to hold on to two relationships. That's why. You still in love with the older lady, and but you in love not you messing with the young girl. So you trying to hold on to both of them. You trying to make both of them happy, but you know One ain't giving in, and you say the other one don't know about the other one. So yeah, you digging a hole because you getting deeper into what you're not trying to come out of what you in because you still dabbing in it. Mm-hmm. You're not trying to let one of them go. That's what it's saying. It's like you trying to keep old girl like a spare tie, and you and you and eventually you're gonna use the tie. So you gotta make up your mind if you want to be truthful and honest in your relationship that you're in now. You know, it's hard to be truthful when you're doing wrong. You can't be truthful when you're wrong. You know, you can't. When you in a relationship, you said the older lady lying in a different part of New You keep saying soon though. I'm gonna back off with her soon though. You've been dealing with this lady over 3 years almost, but you keep saying soon though. I'm gonna back up soon though. Right, you can't burn the candle from both ends. You can't. No, I'm not disabled. Funny. No, if I do, I want you to smell it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But y'all, it's getting late. Love talking with y'all. How was your day? It was good. Good and very good. I'm thankful. I just want to say y'all love your family. You know, treat people right. Be nice to people. Even if they ain't treating you right, you treat people right. Love. Love is the main key. A good night to you, John. And it's late, and I'm finna go in now. I'm sitting on my patio, but I'm finna go in because I didn't want to disturb my husband because he was sleeping. The reason why I say something. Mm, okay. Okay. But you just you gotta make a quick decision. That's all I'm gonna tell you. King, make it fast. Don't be slow about. See, you know what? That's how a lot of men get caught up because y'all don't think faster than a woman, and that's why you get caught up so quick. You be slow by doing things, and that's why you so easy to get caught up in your mess. We think faster than y'all. I'm telling you, we quick thinkers. And while you thinking on it, we already done did it. So that's why I'm saying, you know, you got to be careful when you dealing with that older woman because see, she ain't nothing to play with because she already thinking ahead of you. You know, just make sure you know what you're doing. You trying to hold on to two. See, one gonna be stronger than the other one. I'm telling you. Don't think old girl's slow, cause she ain't. She done been around and she know. So you can't pull nothing over her eyes. Not if she a quick thinker. I'm telling you now. So I'm just telling you. You know, some yeah. So think about what you're doing and be careful about what you're doing. Nowadays, it's good to get in a relationship. It ain't good to have more than one partner now. You gotta be careful because it's like we said, like Jacqueline said, it's too much stuff out there, boy. The penicillin can't get rid of. So, and then you messing with a lot of spirits. That's why a lot of people going through so much. When you see a lot of people cheating on each other, they dealing with a bunch of spirits. They bring it home, and that's why the husband and the wife going through it, or the boyfriend and the girlfriend going through it, because you know why? They out messing with other people, bringing them spirits in, and that's what's tearing up the home. I'm telling you. And that's what causing all this crazy stuff. I'm telling you. Been there, done that. That's why I could talk about it, because nothing now surprises me. But you just got to love yourself enough to do right. That's what I'm going to say. Love yourself enough. Treat people the way you want to be treated. If you don't want nobody cheating on you, don't you cheat on nobody. Don't you mistreat nobody. Don't you go around the corner coating nobody. If you love that individual, love them. Love them. Who say the next relationship gonna be better? We try to find the best relationship, but there ain't none good. You gonna go through some things. If you show that woman that you love her, you won't have much problems out of her. She'll do anything for you. She'll love you. She'll have your food ready. She'll do right by you. But if you ain't showing her the same, why you want her to show you something that you're not doing for her? You gotta treat us women's right if you want us to treat y'all right. Now, am I telling the truth? Somebody say amen in the comment. You gotta treat the women's right if you want them to treat you right. That's what I'm saying. You want me to be faithful to you, you need to be faithful to me. Show me you love me, not me and somebody else. I gotta compete with the next woman. I got to compete, and the next man got to compete with the next man. Come on, man. It's too much out there. It's too much disease out here. It's too much. Then you got to deal with what you done gave each other. AIDS, chlamydia, hepatitis, all this stuff. You got to live with this stuff because lust calls you to go out and cheat on your spouse or your partner, whatever you got going on. Lust calls you to just for a little 5-minute sex. Think about it, just 5 minutes, a little 5 or 4 minutes, 3 minutes, or however many. Some may go 30 minutes. Just for that, you want to go out and then come home and lay up with the person that you with. That's nasty. And you done brought all them spirits back home with you. And now you finna lay in the bed with her. She done been faithful to you. She laying there waiting on you. Now you done come in for messing with the next woman. Now you in the bed with her with a whole bunch of spirits on you. And don't you know you can feel that stuff? You can tell when something ain't right. You can't hardly sleep. When a person done did something wrong, I guess I'm just like that. I know. I can tell when something ain't right. Because you know why? I'm always praying. I'm always saying, Lord, show me. Show me, Lord. That's why he said a sanctified wife, a sanctified husband, a sanctified husband, a sanctified wife. So God will let you know if that individual is wrong. If you doing something you ain't got no business doing, God gonna always show it up. He gonna always show it up every time. You can't get around it. If you messing with a woman that's a praying woman, God gonna always reveal it to her, or always reveal it to that man. So be careful how you get involved with people. Be careful how you get involved with one another. When you get involved with somebody, Don't be so quick to want to go to bed with them. Don't be so quick. Study them. Watch they move. Watch them. Watch them how they act. Because you can feel the vibes. You can feel if it's a good person or not. You can tell when you be around them and you studying them for a while. For a while, you can watch them. Go out with them. See how they interact with other people. Watch them around your children. See how they carry on. If you with somebody and you got children that's not that man's children or that woman's children, watch how they carry themselves around your children. And then you can know if they trustworthy around your children and stuff. You can tell. You watch their moves. Watch how they carry it. Watch how they act. Watch what conversations they have. Do they hold a conversation with them? Watch. Be careful who you bring around your children. Like my husband, when I got with him, yeah, I had 3 children already, but I was very careful with him. I ain't right off let him meet my children at first. I dealt with him first and I seen how he was first. Then eventually I brought him around my children and I watched him how he carried himself around my children. And I tried him. I said, well, I need to go to the grocery store and get my children some food. He ain't changed words. He said, come on, I'll take you and buy groceries for you and your children. And then I cook. And I just to see what he was saying. I said, he said, no, feed your children first. Then I'll get a plate. That's a man. That's a man right there. He wouldn't even eat before my children did. I tried him. I seen where his mind was. That's why I've been with him for almost 30 years. Because you know why? It wasn't about him. He was looking at that. He seen I had children, and he loved my children just like they was his. He didn't treat them no different. And he had children. He had 2 children. And I treated his children the same way. I treated them like they were mine. And when you get with a man and he got outside children, don't treat them no different. Treat them just like they yours. His son was telling people that I was his mom, and I said, no, I'm your stepmom. Your mom, don't let your mom hear what you're saying. He would cry. And I tell him, no, baby, I'm still like family to you. I'm like your second mom. I say, but I still love you as my child. You just like one of my children, but I'm your stepmom. That's your mom. Because you know why? I treated him no different. I treated his daughter no different. But you got some, they don't care how they treat the children. It's all about their children, and it shouldn't be like that. I learned a whole lot because you know why? Look, when my mama passed away, I was 17 years old. So a lot of stuff that I had to learn on my own. And with my pastor, I thank God for him. He gone now. He died at 89 years old, but I had one pastor that stayed before me. He had one wife, and he was like more like a leader for me in the church. And I learned what I needed to know from the Word of God. He sat there and he taught us the Word of God. That's why I'm able to, I love my family and stuff like that. But that's why I'm where I'm at today, because I allow the Lord to help bring me on up and help me raise my family. And I ain't saying it was easy, but baby, I had some hard struggles along the way. But nobody knew about it. Because you know why? I gave it to God. I gave it to him. A lot of stuff that I went through in life, I gave it to God. Because he was the only one that can deal with my situation that I had going on. I know it's nobody but God that brought me where I'm at today. That's why I can tell you about the love of God. That's why I can talk the way I talk now. Because I ain't always been where I'm at today. I haven't always been right here where I'm at today that can show love. Because yes, I have been through some things. I have been through some trauma stuff. Trauma. But guess what? I didn't let that define where I'm at today. I didn't let that keep me back. I didn't let that destroy me because God was the one that was there keeping me the whole time. When I felt like that He wasn't there, He was there. He was there. So I'm just saying, when you find somebody that love you the way you want to be loved, stick with that individual. Don't go out and cheat on them. Don't go out and mess around on them. Love them the way they ought to be loved. That's why I love my husband the way I need to love him, because you know why? He stuck there with me when I was messing up. He still stuck there with me. He said, I ain't going nowhere. Yes, I had some downfalls. I wasn't always perfect, but I thank God for grabbing a hold to me and say, look, now I put you with somebody that's gonna be there for you, gonna help you. Now I need you to straighten up, and that's what I did. Now I can see myself, and now I'm trying to help somebody else, trying to help somebody else to see that yes, this world have a lot to offer us, but it also will eat you alive out there. It will eat you alive, I'm telling you. So if you with somebody that love you, think about it. If you with somebody that love you and sticking up through with all your downfalls, you ought to love that individual. You ought to straighten yourself up and say, I'm going to do right by my husband. I'm going to do right by my wife. I'm going to do right by my girlfriend. I'm going to do right by my boyfriend. Whoever it is to you, I'm going to do right. Because you can't, one thing you got to learn, you cannot satisfy all these people. You cannot satisfy all these people. Getting in a relationship with all these different women, you can't satisfy them all. All you doing is weighing your body down. And the one that really loves you, she gonna catch hell with you. Or he gonna catch hell with you. The one that's trying to stick there with you, the one that's trying to beat up for you, that's the one gonna catch it. But eventually, they're gonna get tired. And they're gonna make it up in their mind and say, look, I'm tired of this. I ain't doing it no more. Because you know why? God, He gets tired too. He get tired when we keep doing wrong and we keep doing things our way. He get tired too. And eventually He'll let you go ahead on and destroy your own self. Because He done tried and tried and tried, and you still want to catch your way. So true. Really loves you and has you back. That's right. Mm-hmm. You need to stick with that one. You gotta look. You can't look at it in a short term way. You gotta look at it in a long term way. If something happened to me, will this person still be there for me? If I don't have number $1 left, will they still be there? If I lose everything it is, would they still be there, or would they walk out on me? Because some people just with a person that they can do what they can do for them. After that, they can't do it no more. They moving on. They're going to go find the next victim. But you got to look at it for the long term, because, hey, we getting older now. You getting older now, and if you get to the point where you need somebody by your side. You got all these thousands of women, and none of them don't want to help because they all know you done cheated on them. But that one that loved you so dearly and is stuck by you, think about it. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. Just think about it. You got to look at it in the long term. But y'all, it's late. It almost been about 3 hours that I done been on this thing. And I love y'all. I love my YouTube family. But I'm finna go and get cleaned up, and I'm finna go lay down, sleeping. And make sure y'all subscribe and comment or whatever you want to do. I love y'all. But I'm finna go inside now. And I like coming on around this time, I like a King come on. Make sure y'all subscribe, King. I'm gonna go and check y'all out. And love y'all. And I talk to y'all at another time. And y'all be blessed. All right, love you. See you later, YouTube family.